Hey guys, welcome to this new video of the series, and in this video we will be going to create the CAs for our peer organization as well as the order organization. But before jumping to that, I would like to show you the architecture diagram, that what are the core components that we are going to have as a part of this network. So if I move to my browser here, so this is going to be a high level architecture of our application, and I have noted down all the components here that we are going to have in our HLF network. So I'm going to have three CAs, one for the organization 1 for the org 2, and the third one for the org 3. And all these components, basically the blockchain components, are going to reside in this fabric namespace. So all the components that I'm going to create, they are going to be in the fabric namespace. And also I'm going to have two organization network. So I have org 1 and org 2 and one ordering org. So each peer organization is going to have two peers, so peer 1 and peer 2. So now let's jump into terminal and create these three CAs. So let me jump to my terminal. Before creating up the CA, first we have to get the storage class of our Kubernetes cluster. So since I'm running this demonstration on the DigitalOcean, so my storage class will be something different. But if you are running this cluster on AWS or GCP, then you might get some different storage class. So the command to get the storage class is kubectl get storage, which is get sc, and here you will get the name of your storage class that is required in the next step. So for me, the name is do block storage, that I'm going to copy, and after that I have to run the command which is going to create the CA for us. So let me put up the command here, and in this command I have to specify the storage class. So my storage class is this thing. This one is my storage class, and after that I'm just specifying the capacity, and then I'm specifying the name of my CA. So I'm keeping the name as org1 CA, and then I'm giving the default bootstrap identity. So the ID should be enroll and the password should be enroll pw. And also before doing that, let me first create the namespace first. So kubectl create namespace fabric, and inside this namespace I'm going to have the CA. So let's wait. Yeah, so the namespace got created. We can verify it using kubectl get ns. So we can see we have the namespace fabric, and now I can run this command. So I'm just going to simply copy this command and put it here, and as well as I have to give the namespace here, that in which namespace I want to create this this CA. So let's hit enter. Okay, so I think I have to put the command in one line only. So let me just delete this CA first. So this is the lens ID. Here my CA should have been created. Let me remove this one, and I have to remove it from the deployment actually, because this is a deployment. So it got removed. Now let me run this command again, but from in one line only. And now if I hit enter, so we can see that the certificate authority org-ca got created in the fabric namespace, and we can verify this as well. If I go to pods and if I change the namespace to fabric, here we can see that it is creating. And let's similarly create the CAs for the org2 as well as the orderer. So I'm going to run the same command, but this time simply just going to change the name from org1 to org2. Let's hit enter. And also this is the capacity that we are specifying, that is so underneath what this command is going to do, it is going to create a persistent volume that is going to have a capacity of 2 GB, but you can change the capacity as per your requirement. So this CA also got created, and now let me create the CA for the order as well. So if we just go to our diagram, here the name of the CA is odd CA, so that I'm going to keep here as well. So it should be odd CA. Let's hit enter. Yeah, so this also got created. We can go to the lens ID just to see if the CAs are up and running or not. So we can see that 2 of the CAs are up, but the third CA is still in creation phase. We also have one command which is going to give us all the CAs that are available in our system. So we can just run this command, and here we can see that we have 4 CAs, but this one, the first one was the one that got created accidentally, so that I'm going to remove now. But we can see that all the 3 CAs are in running stage. So let me remove that CA again. I think I have to remove it from the definitions as well. So if I go to fabric CAs, from here I have to remove this one which is in the default namespace. Let me remove it from here, and if I run this command again, I should see only 3 CAs. Yeah, there you go. And also I was talking about the persistent volume, so we can also see those persistent volumes. So if I go to the lens ID, and here in the storage section, if I go to persistent volumes, we can see that we have 3 volumes, and these 3 volumes are tagged to one of the CAs. So if I just open this, here you can see that this is claimed by this or this CA, which is the order CA. Then the second one is binded to OR2 CA, and the third one is binded to OR1 CA. And also you can see the capacity as well that we specified while we created up the CA. Let's see the logs as well for one of the CA. So let me check the logs for OR1 CA. So if I check the logs here, you can see, so this is the health endpoint, also known as liveliness prop, where we are checking up the health of this instance. So this is fine, and you can see all of the stuff, all of these details. And also one thing I just want to show you guys is if you go to this configuration section, and in the secrets, you should see the secrets that are used by basically the CAs. So we can see all the crypto material is present in the form of secrets. You can see that this is the CA certificate here, and then we have the crypto materials for the TLS crypto materials, and then we have the MSP crypto materials, and these are just the certificate and their private keys. So if you wish, you can just simply decode them as well, and you will get the same details. So let me just try to decode this as well. Let me go to browser, and let me look for SL certificate decoder. Here you can go to any site, and let me put up the command here. So you can see we have all the details like the validity and all those things. We see we have the serial numbers, so that's it. And also in the config maps as well, we you can see some of the configurations, basically the environment variables and all those things that you can see here in the config map. So you can see the fabric CA server config file that is also present here, as well as the TLS configuration file is present here as well. You can see them. So this was pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy this video, then please give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.